Georgalas, and this is my very brief presentation for my final project for the Programming for Digital Humanities course part 2. So for this project, essentially what I did was I chose a number of presidential inaugural speeches from 1949 and proposed to do text analysis, sentiment analysis, and data visualization on their contents. So as you can see here, my code consists of several parts. This is the first part where I imported the texts and I added them in a dictionary. I then proceeded to do some text cleaning with special characters and removal empty words and empty sentences over here. In the second part, I proceeded to do the text analysis to find the 10 most frequent words in each speech, and this is the code I use for this particular part. Then I use a lambda function to order them from highest frequency to lowest, and then I sliced up the 10 most frequent words as can be seen over here, and essentially added them in their own dictionary. Now, for this part, I then proceeded to find the longest sentence in each speech. I created another dictionary that would contain the sentence, and I checked each sentence one after the other to see which was the longest one using this particular block of code over here. Then I proceeded to do some sentiment analysis, and for this I created 3 different functions. In the first function, I turned the words back into sentences. These are the words that I had separated in earlier parts of my code, so I put them back into sentences again. I then proceeded to use the results from this function into the second function to turn the sentences back into whole texts in order to do sentiment analysis after the text has been cleaned. And then in the third function, what I essentially did was I created a function to check the polarity and subjectivity of each speech. You can see the block of code here. For the fourth part, what I did was data visualization. I wrote all the contents, all the results so far into a CSV named output CSV over here, as you can see. This is the code I used to add again all the results of the earlier blocks of code into the CSV. I saved it, and then I used the CSV to visualize the results in several scatter plots. Now I'm going to press run and see how the code runs. Okay, so here we can see that here are the text in the first part. Here are the 10 most frequent words in each speech. You have the name of the speech and you have the word and its number in the speech. After this, we can here we can see the longest sentence in each speech. We have the name of the speech as well as the longest sentence separated into words, and we have the number of the words here. So for example, in Truman, the longest sentence consists of 24 words. So in the next part, what we can see here is the sentiment analysis. So we have Truman, and we have the polarity of Truman's speech is that, the subjectivity is this one, and this goes on for all speeches. For example, we have Obama, we can measure the polarity and the subjectivity. In the end, so here we have the types of the data that is in the CSV file, and here we have some columns that were in the CSV file as well. Now here we can see some scatter plots that I created. This is one of the speech polarity versus the length of speech, and we can use that to make some interesting comparisons between different parts of the speeches. You have speech subjectivity, and here's the length of speech, for example. So this is my very short presentation. Thank you for watching.